and welcome to your workout today. Hopefully you've already warmed up and you're fully hydrated and ready to give this workout your 100%. Today I'm going to incorporate a prop. I do that sometimes, but it's not necessary. I want every workout for you to be able to do it at home with no equipment necessary. So you can grab, if you have a dumbbell, grab one dumbbell, 8-10-pound dumbbell. If you have, I'm going to use just a laundry detergent container here, so hopefully everybody has something like that. This handle is going to make it a little bit easier for some of the movements, but you could also, something else you can use is maybe a can from your pantry. But if you have nothing that's going to help you with this workout, like a prop wise, that's okay. You do not need a prop. I'll show you what to do without the prop also. So the first 3 exercises in our first round, it's the 30-second intervals again. We're going to do a squat. We're going to hold this at our chest, a squat, curl, press. So we're going to go as deep as you can, holding this to your chest. You're going to bring it, tap it down, bring it up and over your head. So that movement right there. So if you do not have a prop, that's okay. You can go ahead and do these arm movements that'll help keep that heart rate up. Second exercise, we're going to do a push-up with a tap. So knees or toes for your push-up. I'm going to start on my toes, and you're going to do your best push-up. And then you're going to tap that item out in front of you, that prop, or if you don't have anything, just pretend tap something. So we're going to alternate those taps. Go down on the knees to modify, or hold your plank if you're unable to finish with push-ups. And then our second exercise is our sitting torso twist. And again, if you have a prop, you're going to hold this at your chest, and we're going to go side to side. So get ready. We're going to start with our squat, tapping the ground, and then up overhead. Starting with it at your chest, your deepest squat, back in those heels, chest lifted, go. Squat, tap, up overhead. Squat, tap, up overhead. So make sure every squat is your deepest. You are sitting back on those heels. My profile here, sit back on those heels. Drop those hips back as far as you can. See, my chest is lifted. It's okay to hinge at the waist, but don't bend at the waist. Okay, now down for your push-ups. And again, if you have something that's maybe a little heavier than you thought and you can't finish with maybe the presses, you can go ahead and continue holding it your chest. Your best push-up here, and go. So we have a push-up, and then we're going to tap out in front. Push up and then tap with the other hand. So what this is doing, these taps, it is helping that core engage. You should really keep it engaged so you're not wiggling those hips. Those hips should not be going all over the place. And if you need to, we're going to go down on those knees for the push-up, or you just continue tapping. You can take out that push-up. As I say, it's always whatever your 100% is at that moment. You can start with your most challenging move, modify down if you need to. I'm going to hold this right here. I'm going to drop it side to side. If you don't have a prop, bring those hands side to side and go. So whenever I start with my torso twist, I'm leaning back just enough to engage those abs. My shoulders are back and down. My head is back. And now if you can, I'm going to challenge myself by lifting those feet up. As long as you don't feel a strain in that lower back. The second you feel in that lower back, you place those feet down. But this twist, what I want you to be working are those obliques, those sides. Keep going. 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, back to your deepest squat. And again, if this seems too heavy at the end, whatever, if you have a prop, take out the overhead press, or you can put it to the side. Shoulders roll down. Good posture. And your deepest squat, tap, up, curl. Curl. You see you're doing kind of a curl with those biceps. And then you press sitting up over your head, working those shoulders. Make sure every squat is your deepest. As you can tell, I've been doing a lot of laundry, so mine is pretty light right now. I could definitely use some more weight, but that's okay. Make every squat your deepest. Those push-ups will make up for the lightweight. So again, every push-up is your deepest, or you have your best plank here. Again, when you are able to tap it out, Keep that core engaged. And go.
Work.
Remember with the push-up also, those hands should be along chest line, not up by your head. If you're up here, I need you to shift your body forward. That's gonna place less stress on the shoulders, but also engage that core more. Nice and controlled. Push-up or your best plank. Finish strong. And back to your sitting torso twist. During the torso twist, even if your feet are down, you feel strain in that lower back. Give your back a rest. Hug those knees. Don't work through any kind of pain or strain. And go. Work through that burn. So I try to remind you where you should feel this. Of course, the abs as you're leaning back, but also those sides, those obliques. So I want you to mentally isolate them as you pull those elbows side to side. Really think about that core engaging those sides, those obliques, your core, those obliques, your front abdominal muscles, and that lower back. And back to our squats.
Rest.
Whew. Okay, make it deep here. Again, dropping, curl, press. Shoulders down. 3, 2, 1, and go. So I like to be able to give everybody something. Everybody I want to make sure is completely challenged here. So if you don't have a prop, I don't like jumping with heavy weights, but if you want to put that prop down, you can add a jump in there, okay? So whatever's going to be your highest intensity here. Every squat's deep. And
rest.
Back to your plank, tap or push up with that tap. Remember, your goal is not to wiggle those hips. Keep that core engaged when you're tapping. Nice long neck and go.
Work.
Whenever you're in a plank or push up, you should be looking above those hands, not down into your hands or your knees. Just keep that spine all the way through your neck in neutral position. Quality over quantity here, so no fast movements, nice and controlled. 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to that sitting torso twist here. Whew, it's getting warm. Here it is at least. Shoulders roll back, chin is back. You don't want the head jutting forward. And go.
Work.
Really pull those elbows back. If your back feels strong, go ahead and challenge yourself. Try and lift your legs. One modification also, if you like to alternate those leg lifts, maybe you're not strong enough to have both up at the same time, you can work your way up to that. Almost there. Okay, last set here of each. So, deepest squat each time, nice and controlled. Really use that backside to lift you up, pressing through those heels. And go.
Work.
Down, tap. Knees should be behind those toes. No extra weight is needed on those knees. Good. Really press through. Really dig deep in those heels to engage that back side. Almost there. 3, 2, 1.
Rest.
Okay. We're gonna finish with our best push-ups here and or best plank. Remember, go down to the knees in your push-ups, or you can go down to the knees in your plank and go.
Work.
Just remember, whenever you're on your knees, I like to say not on your kneecaps or your booties up. You have to shift forward, so you're kind of in that meaty area right above those knees. If your booty starts sticking up in the air, that's not gonna really work that core, those abs, And it's less weight for you to lift in that push-up. Good. Okay,
Rest.
don't finish until you hear that buzzing. I know when you hear that beeping, people want to finish. Okay, let's check our posture here. Last 30 seconds, we get a quick break. Shoulders back, chin's off that chest, and go.
Work.
Twist, twist, twist. I would say quality over quantity, but of course I'd love for you to get as many quality reps as you can in. We're not counting reps, we're always timing them. Should be your highest intensity then. I feel those obliques working, do you? Keep going all the way to the end. Don't stop till you hear the last buzzer. Don't stop, don't stop. Until then. Awesome, okay. We're halfway there. I'm gonna give you the next 3. And again, we're gonna use our prop. If you have a dumbbell, you hold the dumbbell here a long ways. Yes, on the handle, awesome. And if you have no prop, I will show you also. First one we're gonna do is a lunge with a reach in a row. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna reach, I'm gonna have my right leg forward first. I'm gonna reach on the outside of my right knee. What that is gonna do, it's gonna engage, my inner right thigh. I'm gonna reach, keeping my shoulder back in its pocket as I lunge, and then I'm gonna pull it back into a row. So without equipment, what it'll look like, I'm gonna reach back there, see my hands on the outside of the knee, and pull it back, wrapping it back there. That's the first one. Second one we have is a side plank. I'm gonna be on my right side first. That forearm must be right under the shoulder, feet stacked, staggered, or bottom one bent. And depending on how heavy of a prop you have, you're gonna have that arm raised up, holding. And then we're gonna do a hip drop here. So, without a prop, of course, you're gonna do this. If your prop is too heavy to keep up, go ahead, hold it here on your hip, because that's gonna be additional weight for you to lift that, work those obliques more with, or of course you can put it down. And your third, we have a sit up with a press. So with or without props. We're gonna go down, press up, without. It's at your chest, and then just bring those arms up over your head. But try your best, keep those hands at your chest. If you're unable to do the sit up, I want you leaning back and raising your prop overhead if you're unable to do the sit up. And again, without a prop, with good posture, no prop. Just raise those hands by themselves. So we're starting with that lunge. Right leg forward, left hand is gonna have your prop. Right leg forward, left hand. Okay, so
Starting session.
let me do it from this angle so you can see where it's going. So I'm gonna, as the knee goes down, reach on the outside of that right knee, wrap that left elbow back there. So shoulder stays in the pocket. Really get deep into it. I'm dropping that back knee towards the ground. I'm driving all my weight through that front foot heel. I'm working on good posture here. I'm not leaning over. I'm not completely straight up, straighten that lower back, hinging just slightly forward at that waist, as you can see. Awesome. Okay, and now to our side plank. So, right forearm. However, you can be with those feet to make it the most challenging feet. Stack, stagger, bottom one bent. Get ready and go. Arm up overhead, right over that shoulder, and then I'm gonna drop my hip about halfway and squeeze it up. Squeeze, squeeze. So, modified, you can be on that knee, keep squeezing. If you're unable to finish with the dips, just hold it in place. You can also modify here by having the hand placed down. Again, this is always gonna be your most challenging move. Hopefully I don't have to tell you where you should have been feeling that, the right side obliques. Okay, our sit up and press. So again, lean back in a V sit, overhead press. If you're unable to do this sit up, try and keep it at your chest. And we're gonna go down, keep it at your chest, and when you come up, press up overhead. So, do a posture check here. Shoulders down. Try and keep the ears over the shoulders. What that means is I'm not leaning forward with my head. Nice control movements with if you're doing that sit up, Don't come all the way down and relaxed. One of the challenging parts too, this setup, is keeping this at your chest. Woo. Okay, same leg.
Rest.
So we have right leg forward. Let's try and pick up that pace a little bit. Get a little deeper in that lunge. You should be able to wiggle that front toe. Get ready. And go deep and row. Row. Really wrap that elbow back there. If you notice, I'm going to show you poor form. My shoulder doesn't come out of my pocket. I'm not leaning, bringing that shoulder out of my pocket. My body is lowering. That's what's bringing that arm down. Pick a point to stare out. You don't want to be looking down at your knee. That's not a straight neck. Keep going, keep going. 2, 1. Beautiful. And
Rest.
check the lid, it's tight. Okay, back to your side plank. Elbow right under that shoulder. Ooh, and the sun's just shining through those leaves. Again, your most challenging move here. And drop that hip about halfway, squeeze up. Up. Pull that belly button in. Body should be in a straight line, except maybe a bent knee is okay. Your elbow should be under the shoulder, should not be up by your head. That's gonna end up straining that shoulder. Whew. This little bit of extra weight I can feel. Keep going. Excellent. Okay.
Rest.
Back to our sit-ups with the press or leaning back that V-sit press. Shoulders roll back. Good posture. Nice long neck. Get ready right at your chest. And go. Up. Press. So when you press, try not to be shrugging the shoulders, shortening that neck. Think nice long neck as you press that weight or prop overhead, or even just raising your hand. Whenever we're doing these movements, I try and remind y'all to be mindful of your posture. Posture, good posture, so important to me. As it should be to you too. Okay.
Rest.
We're halfway down the round. Woohoo! Okay, left leg forward. Now right hand has your prop, or again, we're gonna wrap it around. You don't need that prop. And let's go deep. Ooh, I close now. And lunge deep. Really drop that back leg behind you. Be mindful with or without any prop of wrapping that elbow back there too in that row. So hopefully, there's a lot going on here. But if you think about it, I hope you're feeling it somewhat in that left inner thigh. That's what we're working by reaching out over our knee here. 2, 1. And other side for your side plank. Again, forearm, right elbow, right under that shoulder. Stack, stagger those legs. Oh, that breeze feels so good. Get ready. And your best hip drop, squeeze up. Up. Really be mindful of those squeezes. This should be a nice controlled movement. Don't rush it. Keep squeezing. I love the obliques. Those and I think shoulders, my favorite things to work. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2 and 1. Okay. Back to our press, set up, V-sit, whatever's gonna be your 100% here. Shoulders roll back, good posture here. Challenge yourself by keeping your prop or your hands at your chest and go.
Work.
So if you're doing that sit-up, let's go ahead and pick up the pace a little bit. I always say quality over quantity, but if you can do this without using momentum, let's pick up that pace. So when I come down, I'm not flopping down. I'm working against gravity, but I'm making it a little bit faster so I can get a few more reps in. No momentum to lift you up either. Keep going. 2, 1. Woo!
Rest.
Alrighty to the last one. So, left leg forward. To think of that. Left leg forward, shoulders roll back. Biggest reach you got, deepest, I shouldn't say biggest because really the body go. The body is helping me bring that prop down deep or cross that leg further. I'm not reaching any further. I'm just getting deeper in that lunge. So let's do a posture check. Your shoulders down. Are your shoulders in your pockets? Is your neck nice and long, in line with your spine? Every move has intention here. Be mindful of every lunge, every reach, every pull back. Let's do one more. Yes, okay.
Rest.
Almost there. Back to your most beautiful side plank. Really love this one for sculpting those thighs, those obliques. Stack, stagger. Bend that bottom leg if you need to. Go. Squeeze. So I always like to say there's no pacing in these workouts. So these high intensity intervals, start with your highest intensity. But it's okay, you're not pacing yourself. If you need to modify at the end and it's still your 100%, that's awesome. That's what I want you to give me. Give yourself. That's when you'll get the most out of this workout. Keep squeezing all the way to the end. Woo, burning. Awesome. Okay, 30 seconds left. Like I said before, let's get as many quality reps as we can. Okay, remember, we're starting. Shoulders back, nice long neck, chin off that chest, and go.
Work.
This one, I know my weight is not very heavy right here, but if you have like a 10-pound dumbbell or so, it does make it more challenging. Again, if you're unable to finish with if you have a prop that's kind of heavy, put it to the side if your form starts compromising. Okay, we're almost there. Keep going as many as you can in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
Session complete.
Awesome. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. Remember, get a good stretch in, rehydrate, and have an awesome rest of your day.